please tell me what happened in the latest SpaceX event?
SpaceX recently conducted its most ambitious Starship test flight.
Can we somehow make a LinkedIn post about this and just make it comical?
Here's a comical LinkedIn post about SpaceX's chopstick landing.
Can you please generate an image that could go well with this LinkedIn post?
I've generated an image of a giant pair of chopsticks catching a rocket as it lands.
Can you also open up the SpaceX website for me?
I've opened the SpaceX official website for you.
Can you please plot the stock price of Tesla over the past month?
Here's the Tesla stock price over the past month.
Hey, can you please create a Python file that generates a random number and checks if it's even or odd, and then just print something comical about it?
I've created the Python file for you. Would you like me to run it and see what comical message we get?
Yeah, please, go ahead. Can you please generate an image of a person having a coffee?
I've generated an image of a person enjoying a coffee in a cozy cafe.
Just to finish up with this, can you open ChatGPT? Thank you, Samantha. You're amazing. I love you.
Thank you so much. You're amazing too. Take care.
Quickly before we run the demo and show you Samantha in action, let's have a quick look at the repository now here in VS Code. So what we have, or just the important files here. So what we have is the tools.py. This is the module where I have defined all these tools, all the tools that the chatbot is going to be using. So you have, for example, query the stock price using the Yahoo Finance app API. You can draw that chart with Plotly. You can generate images with Flags API, internet search. You can draft LinkedIn posts. You can create Python files, execute them, and open the browsers. These are just a few of the tools that I have created. With just 600 lines of code, as you see, for all of these. So the actual code is very little because we also have some prompts. We also have some definition for the agent to know what to do with these tools, right? So this is the file that you should have a look at if you want to know more about the tools. Later on, we will have a just deeper look at some of them. And then we have Samantha.py. Samantha.py will be the file that will be the entry point for our application. This is for our Chainlead application. And remember, Chainlead is this framework for the chatbot UI. So we are going to be running this file, and then another one could be important is the Scratchpad. This is where all these things that the agent is going to do, for example, an image. So this is done by the agent, or this code is generated by the agent, or this LinkedIn post markdown is also generated by the agent. So you will see how the agent works on it and start putting files here. And the other important thing would be for you to use the env.example. You have to copy that and put and just have it as a .env. And here you want to add all your API keys, as I mentioned before. But yeah, enough of that. Let's just jump into the demo. Okay, so to start running Samantha, you just need to type chainlead run samantha.py. Of course, you gotta have your virtual environment set up with all the necessary packages, and also you gotta have, so you gotta be in the app directory. So once you do that, press enter. Okay, and this automatically opens the Chainlead UI on your browser. And to start talking with Samantha, you just need to press P. So let's go ahead and do that. Hey Samantha, how you doing?
Hi there. I'm doing great, thank you. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic, thank you. Hey, can you please help me out with something?
Absolutely. What do you need help with?
Yeah, can you please tell me what happened in the latest SpaceX event?
SpaceX recently conducted its most ambitious Starship test flight, known as Starship Flight 5. This event featured the launch of the Super Heavy rocket booster, topped with the uncrewed Starship spacecraft from the Starbase facility in Boca Chica, Texas.
Wow. This is crazy, right? Like, isn't it impressive?
Absolutely. It's incredibly impressive.
Wow. Yeah, awesome. But I'm reading something about a chopstick landing. What does it mean?
In the context of SpaceX's recent Starship test flight, a chopstick landing refers to the innovative method they're using to catch the rocket.
Wow, incredible, awesome. And actually, this is giving me an idea. Can we somehow make a LinkedIn post about this and just make it comical? You somehow include that this term of chopstick in that?
Here's a comical LinkedIn post about SpaceX's chopstick landing. Did you hear about SpaceX's latest chopstick landing? Their Starship test flight was out of this world. But let's be real.
Wow,
Who else is...
this is really good. Thank you. And actually, can you please generate an image that could go well with this with this LinkedIn post? Maybe something with a rocket.
I've generated an image of a giant pair of chopsticks catching a rocket as it lands, set against an
Beautiful. Oh, this is really good. This is really good. I'll go ahead and just prepare that LinkedIn post. But actually, can you also open up the SpaceX website for me?
I've opened the SpaceX official website for you.
Beautiful, beautiful, Samantha. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. If you...
Okay, that was impressive. that was really good. I actually wanna stop for a second and just see with you what has happened here in this conversation. Right, we have used 1, 2, 3, I think 4 tools here, and we have all the logs for them here. So let's have a look at them one by one. So the first thing that I asked, right, I was asking Samantha for help. I was asking hey, can you please tell me about the latest SpaceX event? I didn't say anything about browsing the web. Samantha knows that she doesn't have actual information right now. So what she did was to use one of the tools that I have, which is internet search. She knows about this tool. She knows about how this tool is defined, right? Like this tool is used to perform an internet search. So she went ahead and did that search for us. She brought us a couple of articles. I actually have that in the code, so I actually can go ahead and read those articles. And as well, she knows about this information now. So now I was asking about the chopstick landing, and she could explain what happened, right? For that, she didn't do anything. The next thing that I asked was to create a LinkedIn post about this, right? And I also asked for this LinkedIn post to be somehow somehow comical. So that's what Samantha did. And actually, this is something interesting. This is something that I want you to really understand. The LinkedIn post here wasn't really created by Samantha. Samantha, what it did was to use one of her tools, in this case, draft LinkedIn post. Why? Again, because I have defined that in my array of tools. I have mentioned to Samantha, hey Samantha, you have this tool that allows you to create a LinkedIn post, right? So she used that tool, but she doesn't know about the code, which is actually what happens or what creates this LinkedIn post. And what I did, so with my code, what I did was to use another LLM with a prompt that is specifically designed to create LinkedIn posts. And it is this other LLM that created the LinkedIn post. And then Samantha now knows about this because I'm returning that into this function, right? So now she knows about this post that she didn't create it, but it was created by this tool, right? So this is super interesting. And as well, something very similar has happened with the image that has been generated. Again, I have another tool that is called Generate Image. Generate image in a similar fashion uses an LLM to do something. In this case, it uses an LLM to enhance the prompt. So we can see that here. Yes. So the prompt that the initial prompt that Samantha used was this, but then I decided to, with my code, with this tool, I'm enhancing this prompt with just prompt engineering techniques so that I have a better prompt, right? And the final prompt is this one, no? Illustration of a giant pair of chopsticks catching a rocket, blah, 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 blah. And this is the image that we got. I think we also have the image here, which is impressive. It's really, really good. And actually for that, for the generation of the image itself, I'm using the latest Flux 1.1 Pro model. So that's why I have such high quality of an image. And finally, the latest tool that I use is Open the Browser. So that's another tool that simply, again, Samantha knows that she has a tool that can open a browser. And again, I'm using an LLM to infer which is the URL that I want to open. And then I'm using some other code from Python to actually open the browser. So this is the kind of tools that you can build. So don't think of tools as just code, or so you can build the tool that you want to build. So this is like the super powerful thing about this kind of agentic applications, and with the real-time interaction is just next level. But let's go ahead and jump into another demo. I want to show you another example. So something cool that Samantha can do right now with the tools that I have is this. Hey, Samantha.
Hey there.
Yeah. Hey, we were talking about SpaceX, which is a company from Elon Musk, right?
That's right. SpaceX is an aerospace manufacturer and space transportation company.
Do you know which of Elon Musk's companies is publicly listed?
Yes, among Elon Musk's companies, Tesla is publicly listed.
Awesome. Actually, can you please plot the stock price of Tesla over the past month?
Here's the Tesla stock price over the past month. You can see the fluctuation.
Beautiful. Wow. Yeah, there is a fluctuation on it. Could you tell why?
Several factors can cause fluctuations in a company's stock price, like Tesla's. For example,
but actually, like, can you maybe be more concrete, and can you check in the internet what is the cause of this drop in the Tesla price?
It appears that Tesla's stock price drop in October 2024 could be attributed to several factors.
Okay, can you please just make it short? Just a 2 bullet point sum up or summarization of it.
Sure. Here are the main points. Earnings drop. Tesla saw a 9% decrease in deliveries and revenue, along with a lower gross margin.
So that probably is the reason, right? Super interesting. Thank you, Samantha. And let's review again what happened here. Super interesting here. I'm using two tools that I actually got from the tools that Chainlead in the cookbook was providing, and I found them super interesting, super cool. Which is one, to query the stock price. So I'm using so this tool is using the Yahoo Finance API to get this information. And I'm also in this case, Samantha also used another tool, which is to plot this chart into the interface, which is again super useful, right? And it did these two things, right? It performed these two actions sequentially, or not sequentially, but consecutively, and sequentially. But Samantha knew how to do it. No, she knew this array of tools, which is impressive. And again, right, I was asking here about something very interesting, right? There was a drop in Tesla's price, but I don't know why. And something that I can ask is, hey Samantha, can you go and look for that in the internet? I want to know that information, so I don't need to go in the browser and do it. Samantha will fetch this information from the internet and just tell me about it, which is quite impressive. And I want to show you quickly a couple more tools that are impressive. I mean, I think that this whole system for me is really impressive. I'm super excited just working with this kind of system. But I want you to think about the potential of Samantha, right? So far, we have seen Samantha working as your personal assistant, which is amazing, right? It's super cool that Samantha can check the internet, just keep you updated on stock prices, or generate images for you, and generate LinkedIn posts about you. So this is impressive, but you can do so much more with this kind of system. The potential really is huge. So sky is the limit here. And something that you can do is to have tools that can create code and execute this code. And if you continue building this kind of thing, you can really have a system that could be like your code partner or your pair programmer. And this kind of thing is impressive. So let me just show you that in action, right? And just have in mind that I just spent a couple of hours over the weekend working on this. I'm using a free model to generate the code. So you can do so much more with this, right? If you actually work on it. So let me just show you that in action. Hey, Samantha.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. Hey, can you please create a Python file that generates a random number and checks if it's even or odd, and then just print something comical about it?
Great, I've created the Python file for you. Would you like me to run it and see what comical message we get?
Yeah, please, go ahead.
The script ran successfully. It generated the number 59, which is odd. The comical message is, it's so quirky, it'll make a hipster proud. Would you like to...
No, this is beautiful, Samantha. Thank you very much. Okay, this is again incredible. What has happened again? Let's just review. Let's review the two things that the two. Okay, I'm still laughing. The two tools that I had used. So one, the Python file handler. So this is the code, right? That is just the code that handles the operation of the creation of the Python file. And again, I'm using another LLM, Llama 3 70 billion, to generate this. But Samantha has chosen, right? Given the description, given the conversation and the explanation that I gave her, Samantha has chosen the prompt, or the argument for this function, right? Like content description. And Samantha said, okay, generate a random number, check if it's in or not, and print a comical message about it. Done. Did it. And then I'm creating that Python file, and I'm actually, which one is it? Number checker, this one here. And this is the code that the other LLM has done, which is just great code, is correct, right? I'm using this to create a random number. I'm checking if it's even or not, or with this, and then I'm printing just two messages, and then we have it's just perfect code, right? And this is a small LLM model that has created the code, and not even fine-tuned on a coding task. So this is impressive. And then I have another file that executes the file, right? And this is the funny thing, that Samantha is already anticipating that she can execute code. So she already asked me, hey, do you want me to execute this file? And I said, yeah, and she did it. And again, the code for this is simpler. So this is just Python code. It's just code that I'm using to run a sub process and just run the Python file over that I know where it is, right? Because I'm writing all the Python files. I'm saving those in this Scratchpad folder. So it's pretty simple code, right? And yeah, this is kind of like how, I don't know, for me, I can see the potential of this is huge. It's really huge. Okay, and to finish up with the demo, I want to just show you again one of the tools that we have used, but again, it has a lot of potential and I think it's very impressive. Maybe I'm repeating myself, but let's see that. Hey, Samantha.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good, thank you. Hey, but can you please generate an image of a person having a coffee?
I've generated an image of a person enjoying a coffee in a cozy cafe. Can I help you with an...
Wow, no, it's incredible. I really like it. I honestly really like it.
I'm so glad you like it. If you need...
Yeah, sure. Actually, just to finish up with this, can you open ChatGPT? Thank you, Samantha. You're amazing. I love you.
Thank you so much. You're amazing too. Take care.
This is incredible. So what happened here is I want to show you these two things, right? I think I was in awe for a second when I saw the image because it looks gorgeous. So the tool that I'm using, right, is generate an image. And again, what I'm doing, I'm instructing Samantha into how to use this tool, right? This is the only thing that I'm telling to Samantha. Hey, Samantha, you have this tool that is called generate an image that generates an image based on a given prompt. And you select the prompt, right? I'm also telling Samantha which is the prompt. So what is the prompt, right? For example, about a beautiful sunset over the mountains, right? So I'm only giving Samantha these instructions, and then I have complete freedom to do whatever I want in the handler. Well, just as if I can code it with Python, I can do it, right? So again, what I'm doing is to use Llama 3 to improve my prompt. So I have a base prompt that Samantha already worked on it, and it's actually pretty nice. The one that Samantha came up with. She already was doing some prompt engineering here because it was actually specifying more things about the image, which is what we want to do in when we generate images with a model like Flux or Midjourney. And then I'm enhancing that prompt with an LLM call to Llama 3 from Grok, the API. And then what I got is this enhanced prompt, right? And what I'm doing here is use some of the tricks that are really, really good to use, right? For example, just specifying the kind of lens, right? Like if I'm looking for a picture that is realistic, I wanna add these kind of things, and then a trick over that has came in the last model is to use the a file extension of a camera format, right? For example, hike, and then this is the result, right? Like this is the image. It's already saved in my lockup laptop. I can use it. I can do whatever I want with it, and it's impressive. If you have a look at it, the detail is impressive, and also the hand has 5 fingers, which is an accomplishment. Actually, is impressive. And then again, what I said before is, can you please open ChatGPT? So this is also super, super cool. I didn't say open the browser and open chatgpt.com. The only thing that I said is open ChatGPT. So Samantha understands that to open that, she has to use the tool. Called Open Browser, and then that's it, right? So only by doing that, she was able to open ChatGPT for me. Impressive. Hey, if you found that demo cool and you want to learn how to build a system like this for free and using only Python, have a look at this video that I'm going to put somewhere here in the screen, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to be updated in everything that is happening in the field of AI. Bye-bye.